Your top 5
Come on,
R&B
brother.
singers.
Come on, brother.
Boys to Men.
Easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain it.
Boys to
you
Men.
don't have to.
Prince.
Ugh. Yeah.
MJ. But specifically, young MJ.
Young MJ.
Listen, I'm mad at you.
Usher. Beyonce. Jodeci. And Whitney.
Your top R&B songs. Go to the list. Go. I see it. It's heavy.
Can You Stand the Rain?
Jesus.
Nay who? Nay who?
Can We Talk?
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
On Bended Knee.
Yeah, and begging.
Superwoman.
Huh.
Like
Karen White.
Karen White?
Karen White. Yeah. I knew
that
where you
thing
was at
is
with it.
masterfully written.
Yeah,
Masterfully.
Yeah. Shout out
It's
to
funny.
the super women out there, though. Shout out to them.
It's funny when I was going over the list, I was like, bruh, every song for the most part is Kenny and Jamie Lewis.
I mean, they are who they are.
No Air. They shut up on that. And Viv brought this one up, and I had to go with it just because it's the irony, bruh. Janet, Let's Wait a While. I'd love to know how many babies were made to a song
That
was
was
saying
about not fucking.
that was about abstinence.
Yeah.
It's the sexiest song maybe ever.
We're going to make a Voltron, an R&B Voltron, your artist. Your starting with, we want to get the vocal performance style, the styling of the artist, and the passion of the artist. Who are you getting the vocal from to make your R&B artist?
Out of your top 13.
Yeah.
Usher.
He said he was the best.
Performance style.
I would say Chris. I'd say CB. But Marvin's ability to make people move was different.
I like that.
So you want a combo guard?
I'm gonna go Chris. I'm gonna go Chris because, bro, the energy.
It's unmatched.
Styling.
The clothes.
Artist drip.
Chris.
Quick.
I don't know anybody who's, and I'd have to do more homework, that's ever been more in touch than Chris. And Chris has lived for a long time.
In the spotlight.
Yeah, in the spotlight and somehow
Been fly the whole
right
time.
in front
That nigga fly
of
the
whatever
whole
the
time.
movement is.
But he's globally fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not like,
Nah, he one of them ones.
he's not
Right.
locked
He one of
into
them
ones.
a demographic.
Doesn't matter
He's-
where he goes, and
Yeah.
people respond. And I think that's the job.
The passion of the artist, the heart of the artist. Where you getting that from?
Don't be mad at me, y'all. Yay.
Mad you for what?
Upset about what?
Yay.
He be rocking.
He mean it.
This story happens over a few years.
Shit.
So early in in my journey, I was in a group with my brothers, myself, my big brother Greg, my younger brother Chuck, and my cousin Dre.
Three names already.
Do those names count? That's not the fucked
They're
up shit.
not part of it.
Okay, yeah.
It's his
That was a
birthday,
lot
bro.
of names, though.
It's his birthday, bro.
I apologize.
Unobserved the
This is
rules and birthday at the same time.
This nigga's breaking all the
Tough balance. Here we go.
Cosign say more names than me.
God damn. Fire.
Informant.
But I was in this group, and even back then, like, I wanted to be part. I wanted to help. I had ideas. So, and a lot of people may not know this about me. I never wanted to be a songwriter. Like, this was never my dream. But I'm in this group. We're in the studio working with, these producers. And we signed to these producers because they've got major backing from a professional athlete. And we're like, yeah, bro, we about to do it. We about to get it. And I remember being in the studio and the producers and songwriter writing. It was a production team. They're writing. And I'd be like, oh, what if you said this? And they just kind of turn around and look at me. They'd be trying to figure it out. Oh, it would be cool if we talked about this. And they look at me again, maybe third or fourth time, and there's a room full of people. So it's not just us. It's us. And then because they're in this huge mansion that the professional athlete has gotten for them, it's just a gang of women, bunch of niggas. And I go, yo, what if we say, and bro turns around, the songwriter, turns around and says, why don't you shut your corny ass up? I'm a songwriter. He's a producer. You the artist. Alabama. And turns back around and the whole room is cracking up. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, take time. We end up getting out of that situation, you know, fighting, trying to figure out my situation, end up over at noontime. I'm over at noontime, and I've been working and writing there long enough to where now I'm one of the guys that they call.
Your go-to.
And now they have this artist, and I co-wrote the first single. I wrote the second single, and we're tracking the second single. At the time, we didn't know the second single, but we're tracking the song. And one of the partners come in and go, hey, man, we got some people that, you know, want to get up here and want to start doing some work. I told them to come in here and play their stuff for you. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to get finished with Buddy Vocal. So if I could have like 10 minutes to just wrap this part up, it'll be cool. And he was like, yeah, I'll send him in there in 10 minutes. I was like, thank you, bro. So I'm sitting there and we're going over trying to get all the backgrounds done. That was back in the day when I thought more harmonies meant a bigger hit.
Right.
So every note I could think of. Yeah, I know we already got that note in there, but this is the octave.
This one's doing a little bit different.
Yeah, sing this one.
Yeah.
So bro singing, and they come in the room, hey. And he's like, well, I'm looking for JQ. And, you know, I'm JQ now. When I started, I was just Q. So I'm like, yeah, just give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. All right, perfect, bro. Come on out. We'll get back in maybe like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I spin the chair around. And the nigga that called me corny and told me to shut the fuck up is looking at me. His eyes get big as shit. And I'm like, what up, bro? And he's like, they just wanted me to come in here and play. So you up here? You up here now? I was like, yeah, man, this kind of home now. I was like, all right, yeah, bro. Yeah. So you might know these songs. This nigga plays me my demo. Plays me all the songs that we cut. And I was like, yeah, fam, I appreciate your time. We'll get back to you. Bro left. It was petty, but I never felt so much joy. Ever.
Oh, the tables are turned.
Who's your top 5 R&B singers?
Johnny Wilder from Heatwave is one of my favorite all time. I just love him, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just love him, man. Charlie Wilson, his voice.
Still.
It's hard to. Charlie is good, man. Charlie
He's amazing.
Yeah. And I can't say Charlie without saying Stevie because Charlie's a Stevie child.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I gotta give props to Stevie. Is one of my favorites. Michael Jackson is a Stevie child. So it's hard, you know, that's under the umbrella.
Yeah.
So Michael's a part of that, my top 5. Luther Vandross. His voice gives me chills to this day.
Yeah.
I've been on Luther for the past 2 weeks, and I can't even believe that his essence and tone. I get him now as a grown man more than I did young. You know,
Of course.
if I chose based on skill set, Kim Burrell would lead the pack.
6
For me, you know. Whitney Houston
7
is one of my, it's hard. You gave me top 5, that hurts.
Top R&B songs, Lil Steve. Top 5.
She's Out of My Life, Michael Jackson.
Cuts like a knife.
Superstar, Luther Vandross. Lady in My Life by Michael Jackson is definitely one of my favorite songs, I would say. Holy Spirit by Kim Burrell, man. That's
What we're going to do right now is we're going to do what we like to call a Voltron.
okay.
You're going to build your perfect R&B artist. And we're going to figure out who you get the vocal from, who you get the performance style from, who you get the drip from, and then who you get the passion from, the heart of the artist. So let's start with the vocal. Who are you getting the vocal from to build your R&B artist? One vocal.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
The universal
Universal
radio vocal.
Hasn't missed yet. Hasn't missed.
Okay.
Performance style on stage.
You give me Prerogative Bobby Brown on the awards when he was actually floating on air.
Monster.
When he was in his highest energy. You give
King
me,
of R&B.
Yes.
Yeah,
Give me a
King.
King of R&B Bobby Brown performance style with, of course, Michael Jackson. I want to be the greatest, so
That
it's going to
would
be
be
Mike
The
and
king
Bobby.
of everything.
Yes.
All things.
Yeah. Yeah. Bobby Brown's attitude over Michael's attitude. When Bobby's doing Prerogative with them two niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got
Heart
that
and
coat
soul.
on. When he's
With
got heart and soul with him and he's spinning around and you don't know where he's gonna land at and he's you know, he was a different.
Nigga.
Am I tripping?
Not at all.
Bobby was a different.
Not at all.
Bobby was a different dude, bro.
The styling of the artist.
New Edition and BBD, the young and the professional. I'll take the swag of. To me, I envy New Edition swag. I always have. They're the most swagged out niggas in the industry to me. So I have to give it the swag of New Edition, BBD with the street shit.
Yeah.
They have the perfect blend.
Perfect.
That's
No.
perfect
New Edition and BBD both
They kill it.
literally changed
Yes.
the look
Absolutely.
Yes.
of music.
Single-handedly.
Yeah.
Everybody looked like them. All the boy bands after them looked
Yes.
like New Edition.
Yes.
All the hip hop artists looked like BBD.
Yep.
They did it.
The heart of the artist.
Michael. Michael Jackson, 100%.
Come on, man.
You can't get more passionate than that.
You know, you heard that cry.
Have you ever heard an a cappella track of Michael's?
I don't know, that hurt your feelings.
Absolutely.
That hurt your feelings.
It's so much shit going on in vocals. His passion is unbeat. Being a kid that always admired singers and the music business and stuff and wanted to be in that world, once I got hits and was traveling, I found out that there were certain members of my peer community that liked me. Like I admired them as a fan or whatever. You know, I had fans amongst people that I admired.
Fan of a fan.
Yeah, you know, and I was fortunate at one time in my life to become really good friends with somebody that I admired a whole lot, a very famous singer, you know, female singer. And I had to share the Unselfish with her. You know, I had to introduce her to the Unselfish Lumber Incorporated. You know.
Lumber Incorporated.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
We used to say that back in the day.
Cuddy
But
Lumber.
anyway, no, I was. It's not exciting for everybody else, but for me, it was very exciting for me to be able to experience intimate relationship with a somebody that I watched on TV and admired like a mug. That really liked him too. And she ended up liking Lil Steve back. Mistake. Don't let these size 8s fool you, baby. It goes down.
It just happened to be somebody that was on the level.
Just on the level, man. Yes,
High
man.
level.
Oh, man.
High level lumber land.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And it was everything that you could dream it to be.
Yeah, when they seen you, they seen y'all.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Top 5. I wrote it down on my phone because I just wanted to be. I have more than 5, unfortunately. Whitney Houston,
Kick it off.
definitely.
Come on now. Kick it off. Kick it off.
Mariah Carey.
Ooh.
Those two women I listened to my entire life growing up, and when you hear the new music, you definitely can hear the influence from them. I know this is 3 people, but Boys to Men
No, it's
4.
Yeah.
collectively as a group, 1.
4 people.
Oh, 4. You're right. 4.
Is it
Sorry.
still 4? 4?
You're right.
The originals.
But Boys to Men is definitely up there. Michael Jackson. Smokey Robinson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Usher.
Top R&B song.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with Michael since we were talking about him.
Okay.
Earth Song is one of my favorite songs by Michael. Just the emotion, the feeling, and everything. Man in the Mirror, obviously. Dirty Diana, my faves.
Are those 3 songs in one?
That was 3 of Michael's because he's the king. So I just felt like I'd put all those in
Now
there.
you ain't getting no argument out of me.
George Sparks. Do what you want to do.
We Belong Together. Mariah Carey. Love that song. It came out at such a pivotal time in my life. Like core memories to that song. Water Runs Dry. Boys to Men.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I
My
love
dad
that
used to
song,
sing it
too.
around the house. So I remember him singing it, remember listening to it.
Could he sing it?
I mean, he was joking around when he sang it.
I'm
And
just asking.
he would always sing it to my mom. He'd be like, "Don't do it, Jody." And I'd be like, exactly. That was the part.
Jody. I love that.
And then I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
I feel like that was such a pivotal song because it brought so much of the pop elements into her huge voice.
Yes.
And I feel like that really helped pave the way for a lot of like what we're doing now, and especially someone like me,
Absolutely.
who loves both sides of it, you know. And then Burn, Usher. And the last one is
Oh, wait. She said
it's not 5, but the last one is you, actually. Your cover of I Can't Make You Love Me is one of my favorite songs.
Come on,
Like,
and turn down the
you
light.
sing that song, I don't even know what to even say.
We're going to build a Voltron here.
Okay.
Okay. A perfect, in your world, the perfect singer.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? We want to know who you're going to get the vocal from, who you're going to get the performance style from, the styling, and the passion of that artist.
Ooh.
All right?
Ooh.
Here we go. Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
Who are you going to get the vocal from?
Probably Whitney. Definitely Whitney.
I mean,
Definitely Whitney Houston. Yeah. So vocals from Whitney. Okay. And
performance style.
then performance style. Michael. Definitely. Michael's, I mean, he could just walk out onto the stage and it was commanded. You know what I mean?
Presence was just different.
Yeah. Yeah. His presence was
Stand there.
everything.
It was
Look
like
at the crowd.
It was like he was nice, but he was mean.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know it. That was great.
He had this I'm about to fuck shit up
Yep.
stance and
Respectfully.
look.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. Knowing damn well
It was
he ain't-
disrespectful.
styling.
Styling.
Yeah, the drip.
The drip. What you want me to put that shit on?
I mean, honestly, if I could dress the way that Chris dresses, I would. So I would say Chris Brown
Brown flies
styling.
in.
I think, his everything.
His feet
yeah.
fly
He
unlimited.
built a house that's a closet
Saw
next to
that.
his house.
Saw that.
Passion. The heart of the artist.
Ooh.
The fire.
Who be out there sweating?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's sweating, but I feel like because he's had such a long career and has written so much, I would say Smokey. Smokey Robinson's Passion.
Yeah, because I don't think Smokey sweat. He too cool. I mean,
No, he too fly for that.
Yeah. He not gonna sweat.
So I had a session with this person, and I was really excited for this session. I had known who this person was. I was a fan of one of the songs they put out, and so I was really looking forward to it. And this person comes in, and he walks in. First of all, I meet him the day before our session. He stopped by one of my sessions. He came in, was super nice, super cool, decked out in all different types of designer names everywhere. They were all different, lots of diamonds and jewelry. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Do you? He looked great. I was like, cool. So we chopped it up. We talked for a little while. He was really nice. I was really excited for the session the next day. Next day comes. It's time for the session. He's not there. Waiting for okay, it's LA, maybe traffic. We live kind of out in the cut. So all right, give him 20 minutes. Still not there. So at this point, it's 2 hours past start time. Oh. And he finally walks in the door. And I was like, oh, hi, glad you came. How you doing? And I'm usually really good at giving people grace, right? The entertainment, we're busy. Some things can happen. Some things go late, whatever. Oh, also, he walked in with 2 other people. I had no idea who these people were. Now my space, which you've seen, is at my house. Okay. Yes. And so he brings these 2 people to my house without telling me or letting me know or even asking. That was the first thing that I caught where I was like, that doesn't really sit well with me. We're trying to write and I'm trying to do all this stuff. And he has one phone here and one phone here. And on both phones, he's looking at himself. And I was like, what is happening? He pulls up a performance that he did. And, we all watch it. It was great. And he was very impressed with himself and what he did. And nobody can do this. Nobody's doing it like this. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I come out of the booth. He's replaying it. He's playing it again. And I was like, okay, we're writing. And then all of a sudden, the 2 gentlemen that he brought with him start inputting, trying to write. And I'm confused, this is not what we discussed. It was supposed to be myself and you. I don't know these people. I don't even know if they weren't. I was like, I've never seen these people before. I don't know if they're in the industry. And he didn't say they were. Then I go over to my engineer at the time and I look at my phone and I see the time and I'm just like, I have 2 more hours. I just have to just power through these last 2 hours because the session was going to end at a certain time. Yeah. And we keep going and I'm like, okay, do you want to lay this part down? Because we were supposed to be doing a song together. And I was like, do you want to lay this part down? And he goes, well, the way my time is set up, I can't go in there right now. And I was like, it'll take you 2 seconds to do it. And he says that and I go, fine. So I go into the booth, I lay it down in 10 seconds. I come out and he's gathering all of his stuff to leave. And I was like, and he was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. And I was like, okay, no problem. Thank you for coming. See you later. Yeah. And he left. And I saged the entire. He made it all about him and himself. And I just was like, we will never do this again. I'm good. So fast forward 2 weeks. We go down to Atlanta and we're doing more sessions and Dana's like, hey, so-and-so wants to get back in. And I was like, no, I'm good. He goes, but hey, who knows? It might be blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Again, he shows up 2 hours late. And yeah. I'm like, okay, this is just... So he finally gets there because we were already going to be in the session. So we started working anyway. Right. So he shows up, same thing. Hey, how you doing? No, nothing acknowledging what happened before. So he comes in, he brings somebody with him again, but it's his girlfriend or girl at whoever. So this dude didn't ask again. He's just bringing people to the session. I have closed sessions. My sessions aren't just anybody can come.
Come on in.
I have done those, but for the most part, it's closed. It's whoever's supposed to be there and myself and the engineer, and then we're good. So he comes in and he's doing all this stuff and he goes in and lays down one melody, but I've done like 5 different takes. I'm looking back and I'm like, hey, does this sound good to you? And he looks over, he's watching the TV, not paying attention. And I'm like, does this sound good? And he goes, yeah, whatever you decide. With the hand. And I was like,
Not the hand.
I finally get the melody takes together. I go sit down. I'm like, okay, let's write. Are you ready to write? He's like, yeah, cool. So then we like sit down for maybe 2 minutes. It's literally 2 minutes. And he goes, I'm hungry. And I'm like, okay, well, we can order some Postmates. Like, you know, let's order some food and we can eat when it gets here. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to go eat with my dad. He's here. He just called me and says he wants to have dinner. So I'm going to go. And I was like, okay. Go ahead and do that. You go ahead and do that. And I was so mad. I will never work with that person again. Ever. Never, ever will I ever.
Top 5 R&B artists, male or female,
Oh my
from
God.
any time period.
What the fuck?
Yeah, oh yeah.
How am I going
We've
to do
never had
this?
that response.
Yes. but you here, I feel that's
No,
so.
no pressure. No, it's you. It's yours.
Your list.
Your list.
I'm not going to do 5.
I need 5.
No, I'm indecisive.
Pick. When's your birthday?
March 26th. I'm an Aries.
Okay,
When's your birthday?
January 1st. Capricorn.
Capricorn.
I run the whole thing.
You run the whole thing.
Whole
What the
thing.
hell?
Whole thing.
When's yours?
July 9th.
July 9th. Oh, a Cancer. Oh.
I ain't getting none of that.
Capricorn.
Because y'all not like us.
Mariah Carey. Minnie Riperton.
Ooh.
Aretha Franklin.
Why not?
Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh!
I can't do
Power.
this though. 'Cause
Oh!
I'm
No,
not, but I'm not done.
No. You're
I'm
done.
not done.
That's it. That's all you get. You get 5.
not done.
That's a powerful 5.
But what about guys?
You win females. That's fine. That's fine.
They'll be all right.
They'll be cool.
Niggas
I
all right.
don't make music for dudes either.
You know
Think about them niggas. Top 5
Wait.
R&B songs right
Okay.
now. Let's go.
All right. Dion Ferris, Hopeless. Can't you see Total?
Ooh.
Nobody's supposed to be here. How did you get here?
Deborah Cox.
Deborah Cox.
Wow. Big song.
Yeah.
Big
massive,
tune.
Massive. The Grapevine, Brownstone. Y'all know that?
Yes.
I heard it, the Grapevine. Resentment, Beyonce.
It's got to have a V record in there.
Yeah.
Strong list.
Strong
They're
list.
all girls again.
It's fine.
So what?
We're starting to get the message. We're starting
Girl power.
We're building an R&B Voltron. Wow. Okay? So we need to know who you're getting the vocals from, who you're getting the performance style from, who you're getting the styling from, and who you're getting the passion from, the heart of the artist.
lot.
So let's start at the beginning.
The voice.
Who you getting the vocals from to build your R&B artist?
Etta James. Maybe Etta.
So stirring.
I want that growl.
So stirring.
That rice has been thrown on.
Yeah. She shake your life.
Yeah, she. I like a growling singer,
Yeah.
like Fantasia. Like this.
Oh,
those
Fantasia gonna take her shoes off.
Oh my God,
her shoes off.
anointed, like chilling.
Who are you getting the performance style from?
Prince. Yeah. I
Who are
love
you getting the styling from?
Styling.
What you want your artist to look like?
Wow. Oh. Look like or
Yeah.
dress like?
Yeah, all of that.
Shit.
Dress like you know, when they put the shit on.
Well, the style, I really like how Rihanna and Kylie dress. I think they're Kylie Jenner and Rihanna. I think they're some of the flyest
A blend
women
of
ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or to me, I just fuck with their style. I want to dress like them. Me with like 4C hair, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
beautiful kinky afro hair.
Love that. Who are you getting the passion from? The heart of this artist.
Passion, Fantasia.
Oof.
Yeah, because like Jesus,
She be crying.
Oh my God,
She be crying.
I
She-
wish
Everybody be
Yeah.
crying.
everybody,
Everybody.
right? Everybody
It's
be
a great way to
crying.
put it.
Everybody be crying.
This guy, he said something so mean to me at a festival once. with a smile on his face. And I was like, did you really just say that? And he was just like, yeah, I just said that. I can't even tell you what he said because it was the worst thing anyone's ever said to me. Well, one of the worst things.
You can say it.
I walked
wanna
away
say
and
it?
I was like, oh, I can't say it. I'm embarrassed because it's so bad. It's terrible. It was so mean. And it wasn't true. It was so sad. My mom was there, right? So I leave and I told my friend, you know what? I'm gonna fight him. And she was like,
Yes.
I love where this is going.
she was like, no. And she would not let me out the door. I found superhuman strength, pushed her out the way, went out the stairs to find him, didn't see him. I went outside to find him, didn't see him. Then I catch him in the hallway and I three-pieced him. Yeah. And his friend was so shocked. He was about to square up. Well, he
He like,
was
should I
squared up.
defend my friend?
Right.
How does
He
this
was
work?
Actually,
confused.
just got worked by a girl, so I kind of can't get in it.
It happened so fast, but I needed to do it.
3-piece.
That's what the security said. I don't remember much.
Oh, you blacked out.
Pretty much. But I know I landed on his face.
You know what?
Yep.
Top 5 R&B artists.
Like, is Stevie R&B? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Stevie
Like,
R&B,
well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's everything.
The Godfather.
Okay.
And to me, it also has to be Aretha. I want to say Marvin Gaye because there's so much deep storytelling.
Why wouldn't you?
This is so hard. Because, like, all these names are, like, flashing before my eyes. You know, Anita Baker. And then Whitney.
Go ahead.
Of course.
Oh, there it is.
Whitney
There
is-
you go, Whitney.
Top 5 R&B songs or
Oh.
R&B albums. You can mix it.
Okay, off the top, I already know, like, I Want You. That album, Marvin Gaye. I Want You. Like, to me, there's
My God.
literally
My God.
no skips. It's such a beautiful body of work.
Yes, it is.
In that same vein, I would have to say Maxwell, the first one,
Urban Hang Suite.
Urban Hang Suite. There, to me, there's something so just connected about it.
Maxie.
And then, of course, let's go back to Stevie, and it's either between Talking Book. Let's see. There's this one album right before Talking Book. It was like you started hearing him really become Stevie. It wasn't that Motown sound. And it's an album called Where I'm Coming From. And that's, to me, when he really started, like, going deep.
Yeah.
And that's when Talking Book was right after that. So
Yeah.
I always feel like that was like the pre-Talking Book.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and put that one because I feel like it was an important album for his development. So Where I'm Coming From.
Okay.
I don't know if it's top. I'm just trying to be
Yeah.
exotic
You're
with my
being very deep right
choices.
now. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, let's get some girls in there. Let's see what's album that like no skips. I don't know why this one just came to me. Jill Scott, like that first album was
wow,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was so cohesive,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember like where I was, like I always like look at records like, you know, do you remember where you were like during that time? Carl Thomas.
Wow.
I love Carl.
Summer Rain.
Wow.
I mean, that
love
was a
Carl
very deep
I wish.
Wow.
record.
R&B Voltron. You're taking a vocal. How do we break it down, Jay? A vocal,
A vocal, performance,
performance.
style. Yeah, if you're putting together the perfect R&B artist,
Who do you take the vocal from? Who do you take the style from? Who do you take the performance from?
So the vocals I would take from, and this is all R&B. I'm just gonna say Stevie because only you guys are like we don't need your explanations.
it's Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
It's Stevie Wonder, but I'm saying it's the impact. The vocal has to start there because it's just so pure and it's so it's such a universal sound. I haven't heard anybody who really can replicate that.
Nobody's out
It's
singing Stevie Wonder.
it's the light.
Performance.
There is something so magnetic and sensual and connected about Sade. The way that she
There's no
articulates,
yeah.
or the way she
The
performs,
way she just exists.
the way she just. But when she performs, it's like it's something. It's just so
mesmerizing.
It's mesmerizing.
With whose style?
Whose style?
I would say Aaliyah. She's hot, right? Like that artist, that R&B artist has the level of Stevie with like the sensuality and connectedness of Sade. Got the swag like Aaliyah.
I'd sign her.
But I was at a particular studio. And this particular, another artist walked in. I'm there, I'm just chilling. And so this artist walks in and like the whole like energy like shifts, right? So I just immediately like walk out. It's clear that, my presence is offending them.
Yeah.
So it was told to me later on that they were like, who's that? I had like a high bun. Who's the girl with the bun in her head? They're like, oh no, she's an artist. She's not like just some studio rat just chilling around like, bitch will sing. And so so I was actually walking in right as that conversation was being had. And so they tried to kind of play it off. She's like, oh, I heard you're a great singer. I heard you could sing,
Yeah.
I heard, So, sing something for me. Like expecting me to be like, probably like,
I've heard that vocal before. I've heard the vocal before.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
So,
Oh my God.
so I
Did the thing.
Got to it.
I gave that bitch everything I had.
Yeah.
And the whole it just changed.
It
It
changed.
changed. It was like,
Yeah.
and then it was like, all love.
It's love.
It was love. I'll let you know.
Man,
We ain't saying, we not saying no name.
Top 5 R&B artists.
Luther,
Gotta start with Luther. Big Luther, little Luther.
both.
Okay, both.
I'll take them all.
Like 1.5.
Yeah. Anita,
Oof.
Tank.
Wow.
You it, bro.
This nigga made top 5.
He did. Why wouldn't he? You know who this man is? The songs he
Talk to him every day.
Man, you
synced
sick.
and written and produced.
This man made top 5.
And I ain't saying this because bro, she's sitting right here. Like he that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He that for me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Ooh, Tony done got me through a lot. Tony done talk to me, Tony. Yeah. Whew, she done got me through some heartbreak. I'm already. Oh, dang, it's one more. I'm gonna throw Jasmine in there. Jasmine Sullivan.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
I can't add Jodeci because Jodeci is in there. Like you said, artist, but I want to say artistesses.
Just to make the bad of 6. That's fine.
Jodeci.
I can't not let you add Jonas.
Jodeci.
Top 5 R&B songs.
Rude. Why would y'all ask me that?
Because we want to know.
That's not cool,
like to
bruh.
We would like to know.
And then I know that can change every day. It can fluctuate.
What's
just
your
depending on how you
jams,
feel.
man? What is
But
your
but
jams?
Your jams.
If only for one night.
Wow.
Okay, what's the name of the song? What a difference a true love in my life. Even. What's the hook?
Something, and it's they never knew something they never knew, and it's much more. It's much more than they ever knew.
Much more than. See,
Much more than
is
they can see.
would it be called
Is that
Which
what it
was
is?
it? I think so. But that's my number 2.
Okay. Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We fumbled that title. Sorry, guys.
Ooh, this is a hard one. Ooh, you know what I can't stop playing right now?
Talk about it.
Funny How Time Flies. Have y'all listened to that Janet record? Yeah.
Woo wee.
That'll take something from it'll do something to
Oh,
you.
it still do it.
Yeah.
It still do it. All
The way it
chord
come in?
changes, yeah.
Did she give you French at the end? Is that French?
Man, I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Oh
Just
my
do it.
God.
Just
And
do
isn't it a continuation of Let's Wait a While?
No.
I thought it was. I thought she didn't want to do it in Let's Wait a While. And she said, let's wait a while. And then it was like funny how time flies. She ran back into the nigga and was like, you know what I mean? I'm ready.
The way you putting it together, it makes sense.
Tenderoni.
The truth about it, Ron.
Truth about
Truth
it.
about it, bro.
Oh my God, I couldn't shake that song.
I still can't. It's a Boyz II Men song. I don't know if it's I'll Make Love to You or if it's We Belong Together. Is that the same?
End of the road.
End of the Road. Which one is it?
That's End of the Road. It starts there.
We Belong Together.
Together.
That's End of the Road.
End of the Road.
But or is it I'll Make Love to You? Which one?
You tell them.
You tell her.
I don't know, guys. I'm
But the one that
stuck.
starts with
5
We
A and B.
Belong-
R&B Voltron. Who are you taking the vocals from? Who are you taking the styling from, the aesthetic, the appearance? And who are you taking the performance from to make your complete R&B artist? Let's start here. Who are you getting the vocals from?
Jasmine.
Come on.
Who are you getting the styling from, the aesthetic?
That fly shit.
Rihanna.
Very fly.
Very fly.
Very fly.
Very.
And she's my emotion, because you got to add that. Emotion, Mary. You feel like she
love that.
will mispronounce a word in a song. You don't
Yeah.
care.
No.
What? She meant that.
In this dancery.
In this.
I don't even know. I don't even think they've even made a dancery.
When she started rolling around on the ground during No More Drama or stumping or having a full out tantrum, I'm like,
Gone.
power, y'all not.
Gone.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It gets spiritual. Last one. Performance.
I got 2.
Here you go with this shit. You just
Sorry.
disrespecting
It would be.
This is Toya.
It would, but listen, okay, because people gonna argue me that Michael isn't pop.
Michael isn't pop?
Yeah, Michael Jackson isn't R&B. They'll say he's a pop artist. People will argue me down and say that Michael Jackson isn't an R&B artist. He's a pop artist
Michael
and all these
Jackson
things.
is
What-
all things.
He's
What's-
all things
No.
through Christ,
Fuck that.
who strengthens.
Fuck
Michael
that.
Jackson is
What?
everything.
No. Fuck that. Michael Jackson is R&B.
He is.
We're
Can
not
we
even
say
gonna
it?
go to the
I-
all things.
I can't-
Michael
Rock with
Jackson
you?
is R&B.
I can't
PYT
say
what?
that. I can't
It
say that
starts
he's
there.
just R&B.
Michael
Jackson.
Just
R&B.
Joseph, all of, and what other names? What is it?
R&B.
R&B.
Period.
You got Michael Jackson.
It's an R&B
Yeah.
artist.
I'm gonna say to watch Beyonce perform. I'm sorry.
That's it.
I don't. Again, that's why I said I
Rose
had to
Bowl.
have.
I went.
I had to
I
say
went to Rose
Michael
Bowl.
and I had to say B. I had just started this show, and I was super excited about the role. And first day at work, call time was like 4 a.m. Crazy. So I'm barely up. I know my lines. I'm nervous as hell because I'm working with some
Real actors.
amazing actors, and the director was great. Just the lineup was nuts. So I go on set, and I'm in the makeup trailer. Crack of dawn. Still got sleep in my eyes. It's the whole thing. And so the main actor walks in, and she's losing it on hair and makeup. And I'm just watching her like, is this how we get down? First of all, it's early. It ain't even 6. You just wilding out to late, and
Yeah,
you just
before breakfast.
wilding before breakfast. I ain't even got my breakfast order taken yet. And you are wilding.
Right.
And so that's where it started. Then, I get on set, I'm getting Mike, going through the proper rehearsals, all the stuff or whatever. And I noticed her energy is a little different on set. And so when it was time to roll, when I tell you this lady spazzed on everybody to the point where she started throwing set chairs and being violent and clearing everybody off the set and just was losing it on everybody. She didn't want nobody to mic her.
Don't touch me.
yeah, it was like, don't touch me, get your hands off of me. And I was just like, and I'm like, yo, I am about to have to do, like, all of my scenes are with her. Like,
Shit.
all of them. Every single one of them. And I'm like, what have I signed up for? So she proceeds to kick everybody off set. But then you hear her, she kicked
An
everybody.
actor kicked everyone off set, not the director.
She was like, get out, get away from me. It was like that moment. And then
And they left.
Everybody left. But then you hear her in the distance going, I'm so alone. Everybody has left me and abandoned me. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? What? And I'm on the phone with my agent like, bitch, why didn't you fucking tell me?
What you tell
What
me?
is that? Why didn't you tell me that? Why is
roll
what is
like
going
this?
on? Whatever. But the sad part about it was, because eventually she got it together and we started our scene and
Yeah.
moved on.
The day kept going.
Day kept going like it was nothing. She wouldn't have had no job. But baby, when I tell you, I was like, I remember we did a scene after, and she wowed out in the car, and I was in the passenger seat of the car, and she was using her hands, and I said, "Ooh, if she grazed me." Ooh,
waiting for your
I just
moment.
felt, you know how you feel the wind?
You was
from
waiting for
somebody?
the she hit me first moment.
Yeah. You only needed a graze. Did
A
you
little
hear that? I
graze.
only need a graze to
You know, and I'm going.
to do my thing.
And you got to keep professional under these circumstances. But as a black woman, I'm sitting here watching her carry on like this, knowing I couldn't do the same
And
thing.
nobody's saying anything.
Everybody just
Cuddling.
letting the tantrum happen. I was like, this shit is nuts.